All right. Hello. My name is Emma Armstrong, and I am the Business and Social Media Strategist here at Digital Dirt. So, this webinar is going to teach you about LinkedIn and how you can use it to professionally brand yourself wherever you are. So, what is LinkedIn? LinkedIn is an online social media platform dedicated to helping put your name into the professional world. It helps you maintain and make new connections on the field, search for jobs, and show off a positive professional side of yourself that you may not explore on other social media platforms. So a good way to explain LinkedIn is to think of it as a donut. And this is also a really good reminder as to what you should be posting on LinkedIn. So on other social media platforms, you might be showing off donuts in these ways. I like donuts, watch me eat a donut, here's a donut recipe, I'm listening to donuts. Whereas LinkedIn is geared toward the professional side of a donut. So I hope to operate a donut franchise one day. I'm looking for a job at a donut factory. I have 3 years experience making donuts, and so on. So you may ask, why is having yet another online profile beneficial? Well, 75% of hiring managers look at LinkedIn profiles to learn about their candidates. We live in a world where everyone is Googled, so why not put a really professional part of yourself out there for employers to see? So now that we've heard a little bit about the statistics of LinkedIn and why it's important to create a profile, let's walk through the steps of creating a profile. So creating a profile on LinkedIn is similar to creating a profile on other social media platforms. However, LinkedIn offers settings and features that promote you and your brand. This can include things like your current job position, your skills, experiences, and anything else that would be on your resume, or maybe even more. So similar to a suggested follow list, LinkedIn generates connections based on people's similar areas and fields. Reaching out to these people and making these connections makes you way more likely to be viewed. Now, adding a professional photo on LinkedIn makes your profile 21 times more likely to be viewed. Here at Digital Dirt, we created a video on our webpage to help you take a professional looking photo at home. We give you step-by-step instructions to create a photo studio in your house. It's really easy and definitely worth it. Now, as we move through steps of creating a profile, you can follow hashtags of the things that interest you, follow things like this keeps your feed updated in new advances on your field, and it can lead to pages of companies or organizations you may be interested in or applying for. So be sure to keep your profile up to date with work or volunteer experience, awards, skills, and more. 41% of hiring managers think volunteer experience is paid experience. And if you have over 5 skills on your profile, you're 17 times more likely to be viewed. Your descriptions of your experiences can go a little beyond your resume and even include photos. This will paint a more vivid picture for the employer of your role. For example, if you add your alternative winter break volunteer trip to your experience, including a photo of you and your team at the volunteer site, can you make you more attractive to an employer? Now, LinkedIn features job searches, connections, timeline, analytics, trending stories, and a messages section. All of these features are designed to help you put your name and your brand out there. Now, this internship or job search can be a bit of a numbers game, so the more exposure you have, the better. That's why using LinkedIn in addition to Indeed, Glassdoor, Handshake, or any other platforms you may already be using will allow you to cast a wide net across your field and see what you get. Simply searching a job and a location to start off a search that gives you hits from your area. And you can even fine tune your search, which comes with LinkedIn filters. You can enter specifics from work experience to titles, even to the commute you want. Now, LinkedIn is also a great place to identify, follow, and even connect with companies of interest to you. Now, this is a LinkedIn page for the computer software company Adobe. If I'm interested in this company, following their page will put whatever the company shares on my newsfeed so that I can stay informed about their business. It will also allow me to see what jobs they have posted and even show me all their employees who are on LinkedIn, including people who went to SUNY Oswego. But we're going to talk about connecting with alumni a little bit later in this presentation. Now, don't be afraid to be active with your homepage or your newsfeed. Liking posts, commenting, and getting exposure with your name and your brand is a great way to keep employers up to date with who you are and what you've been doing. LinkedIn also shows you trending stories that can relate to your field, so keep them in mind when you check your feed. Now, connections. Connections are one of the most important factors on LinkedIn. Putting your name and out there and to others in your field is a great way of building your brand. You never know who has connections with companies that you're interested in. Let's say you just sat through a presentation in class where your professor brought in a guest speaker from a company in Syracuse or an alum who works in the field and came back to share knowledge. After the class, you can find them on LinkedIn and request to connect with them. Make sure to click add a note. Not only are people more likely to accept invitations with personalized notes, but it's also your opportunity to impress the individual by thanking them, showing them that you were engaged in their presentation by bringing up something specific that you learned from it, and even getting them to remember you better. So next, we're going to take a look at the LinkedIn Alumni feature. This feature is a great way of connecting with people who have graduated from the same school as you. Currently, there are 23,000 colleges and universities connected to LinkedIn worldwide. By exploring this tab, you open yourself up to hundreds of people who have similar goals as you do. Some even have those jobs and can connect you with their business. So don't be afraid to reach out. LinkedIn is a platform where everyone is trying to help each other. So now we're just going to go to a quick demo just so I can show you what I mean. All right. So when I'm at the SUNY Oswego page, their LinkedIn page, down here on this menu drop over here, click Alumni, and say I wanted to find someone in broadcasting. Now, not only do I immediately get a ton of hits of people in my area, in my field, in broadcasting, but I can also fine tune it to go to Syracuse and maybe this news channel. Now, these are all the people who live in Syracuse, work for this news channel, and graduated from SUNY Oswego. It's a really, really great tool. Analytics. Now, LinkedIn is always reviewing your profile. As you stay active and up to date, LinkedIn keeps track of your profile visits, endorsements, and more. This allows you to keep everything updated and shows you what aspects of your profile are the most effective. So this is what your dashboard is going to say. It can tell you who viewed your profile, post views, search appearances. The more you keep your LinkedIn updated, the more you stay active on it, the higher those numbers are going to get. So really don't be afraid to be really active on LinkedIn. Any questions?